Hey everyone, welcome to day one of this 5-day beginner meditation program. Thanks for being here, thanks for joining in, it's nice to have you. I'll give a brief introduction. As you probably already know, I'll be sharing a guided meditation every day for the next 5 days. Now, there's two key ideas that I'd like to share with you that are the foundations of this program, and they are simplicity and consistency. So all the meditations that I'm going to be sharing with you are all very easy, very simple, and very basic to follow along with. This simple approach is key when we're first beginning to practice, because it'll help us to cut through a lot of the confusion, a lot of the misunderstanding that can arise in the early days of practicing. We're going to be practicing every day for short periods of 10 to 15 minutes so that we can start to build up some consistency in our practice. If it's possible, I'd recommend that you practice at the same time every day so that you'll have a better chance to build up that consistency. When we combine these two ideas of practicing with simplicity and practicing with consistency, we have a really good chance of building some solid foundations and growing some deep roots that we can continue to build on in the future. When we first begin a meditation practice, it's very common to be a little bit forceful. There are tendencies to overthink and overcomplicate things, and even to have very high or unrealistic expectations of what our meditation should feel like and what we should experience during meditation. So I'd like to ask you right from the get-go to drop any expectations whatsoever that you might have coming into these next 5 days of meditation, and to come in with a clean slate and an empty mind. If we can drop all of our expectations, we can practice with much more acceptance, and there's a less likelihood that we'll be self-critical or judgmental with ourselves. It's completely normal when we're meditating to have some days that are extremely challenging and other days that feel really easy and even effortless. So if we can leave those expectations behind, it opens up the door to accept whatever arises in our meditation each day. One of the best analogies I've heard in relation to beginning a meditation practice is one that compares the early stages of meditation to the early stages of a tree or a plant just beginning to sprout its way through the earth's surface. At that early stage in the plant's life, it needs the perfect amount of water to continue to grow. It needs the perfect amount of sunlight to continue to grow. It needs optimal conditions in the soil to continue to grow. Basically, it needs a lot of looking after and a lot of care. And at the same time, that plant is susceptible to things like heavy winds, heavy rains, or too much sun, because it's not yet established, it's not yet a strong, well-developed plant or tree. This is the same as the early stages in meditation. We need to put in care and time and effort to build that meditation into a strong and stable practice so that it won't get blown away when a strong gust of wind passes through or a heavy rain pours down. I'll leave it at that for now, guys. If you have any questions over the course of the next 5 days, feel free to send me a message or write something in the comments. And I wish you all the best of luck. Happy meditating.